Hare Krishna. We'd like to welcome all of you to Jagannath Puri Dham. This is one of the most holy abodes in the world. And over the next 4 days, we're going to immerse ourselves in Jagannath Katha. We're going to be discussing so many deep and very powerful understandings of Lord Jagannath. I have been fortunate to be here for the last 6-7 days now. From the time the Ratha Yatra is happening, I'm here only. And I've been fortunate to absorb in the vibrations of this place and to understand the significance of this place. So Purushottam Kshetra is not an ordinary place. It is considered to be a very, very special place. And we're going to be discussing in depth what makes this place very special. So what we're going to be seeing over the next 4 days is a lot of Chaitanya Leela as well as Jagannath Leela. They cannot be separated because Lord Chaitanya was here for almost 18 years. And the whole purpose of Lord Chaitanya being here is in the mode of Srimati Radharani. And therefore, Jagannath Katha and Chaitanya Katha cannot be separated from each other. So we're going to be discussing both in great detail. And we're going to be discussing first why Jagannath Puri? What is the mood? What is the significance? What is the deeper understanding of Jagannath Puri? Right? So the sessions will be like this. So today will be an orientation and discussion on specifically the mood of Ratha Yatra. We'll come to Bahuda Ratha Yatra later, but we'll first understand the mood of Jagannath Lord Chaitanya Ratha Yatra here first. Tomorrow morning, I'll be sharing with you all about all the places that you all will be going to. The temple of Alarnath, the temple of Sakshi Gopal and Bhubaneswar, Lingaraj and Ananta Vasudev. So all of those details I'll share with you all tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow we will also be doing Jagannath Ashtakam in great detail. So I'll be going into the depths of what this great prayer by Adi Shankaracharya is really about. So we'll be going verse by verse in Jagannath Ashtakam and going into details of it. The day after tomorrow, which is the day of Bahuda Ratha Yatra, we'll be doing the pastimes of Lord Jagannath as well as the hidden understanding of Jagannath Puri and Jagannath himself. And on the last day, we'll be speaking about some very holy places around Jagannath Puri as well as some more amazing pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So that's the way. And of course, on the last day, I'm going to be spending probably 1 hour discussing the glory of Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath. Like in detail. Everything that you need to know about the Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath is like a thesis on Mahaprasad. So that's the plan for the next 4 days. Let us see how much Jagannath allows us the intelligence and ability to speak and share with all of y'all. So, to understand the significance of Lord Jagannath and the pastimes of Lord Jagannath, we need to go first and understand why Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world. So I'm going to go into some details on that aspect first. So there are 2 causes of the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. In fact, any of the incarnations of the Lord, there are always an external cause and an internal cause. So similarly for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is external causes and internal causes. The external cause or the external reason why Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world is to spread love of God through what is known as Harinam Sankirtan. Kali Yuga Dharma Hoya Hari Sankirtan Etad Arte Avartina Sachinandan. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the father of Sankirtan. And something that is impossible for even Lord Brahma to do, Lord Chaitanya is doing it very, very easily. So it is explained when Krishna spoke the Gita to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he spoke 3 things. He spoke confidential secrets to Arjuna, which is known as Guhya. And then he spoke more confidential secrets to Arjun, which is known as Guhyatara. And then he spoke most confidential secrets to Arjun, which is known as Guhyatama. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, when we study these three secrets, the chapter 2 and chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita talk to us about the confidential secrets. What is the confidential secret that Krishna is revealing to Arjun? The confidential secret that Krishna is revealing is that we are not the body, we are spirit soul. Now you might say, what is so secret in it? We all know it. From the day we come to ISKCON, first day only we come to know. If you go around the world and talk to people, at least 80 to 90% of the people don't even know the secret. They still believe that we are the body. And we are not, and they have no understanding of the soul at all. Go beyond India. Hardly anybody knows. Everybody is convinced that we are Atma and not the physical body. So it's a secret in one sense. But obviously, if you look at the way the culture of today's world is, we are living in a culture which is image obsessed, right? Everyone is trying to look good. Everyone is focusing so much on their appearance. Everyone is focusing so much on externals, which is the very fact, because they don't know that we are not the physical body, we are spirit soul. Then Krishna reveals more confidential knowledge in the 7th and 8th chapter of the Gita, where Krishna is telling us that the soul comes from the super soul, the Paramatma, and our duty is to serve him. And then Krishna goes and reveals Rajaguhyam, the most confidential knowledge, the most biggest secret, which is bhakti, love of God. Manmanabhava mad bhakto madhyaje mam namaskuro. So Krishna is trying to conclude by saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. So abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. So that's the most confidential knowledge. So Krishna gave these three secrets to Arjun. But after giving these three secrets to Arjun, he was thinking, I have given the confidential, more confidential and most confidential knowledge to Arjun, and through Arjun to everybody in this world. But people in the age of Kali, they will not know how to live by it, how to practice it. So Krishna is thinking that I have given the theory of surrender, but I am not shown practically how to surrender. And therefore Krishna decides, I need to come to show them practically what it means to surrender, what it means to be a devotee. Yuga dharma pravartino nama sankirtan chari bhava bhakti diya nachuma bhuvan. So he has come into this world to teach us what it means to take shelter of Krishna, what it means to take shelter of the holy names. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Apani Karimo Bhakta Bhava Angikare Apani Achari Bhakti Sakhimu Sabare. He's saying that I want to teach people what it means to be a devotee by my own example. So that is the reason, that is the external reason which Krishna has come into this world for. So this is the external reason that Lord Chaitanya appears, to give Sankirtan and to teach people what it means to surrender. So he wants to come to set an example. It's just like when anyone goes anywhere, there are external reasons and internal reasons. People go on official trips, right? They go to US or they go to another country, Singapore, Bali and all these places. Official trip. But you think it's only official? Obviously, there is an internal reason also, isn't it? They go obviously to do official work, but then they always find time to do something that they always wanted to do, isn't it? Go to the beaches, have some fun, do something that is beyond the official reason, isn't it? So Lord Krishna comes into this world for an official reason, which is what he just shared. But there's an internal reason, which is an unofficial reason why he comes into this world, which not much people know. And to understand that, we have to go a little back into history. When Vishnu was in the spiritual world, at one point, Lord Vishnu develops a greed. Now you might say that, how can God be greedy? Whatever qualities we have got from him only. If we are greedy, then definitely that greed has come from him only, right? So Lord Vishnu develops a greed once. So one day he's just thinking that I have so much strength. I mean, imagine Vishnu's power. He has so much power. But he was thinking that I don't have someone to fight with who is good enough. All the demons I'm fighting, they're so insignificant. They just die like that. I want someone who I can really have a tough fight with. He develops this greed to have a tough fight with somebody. And just like those who go to gyms and build their bodies and all that, what do you do with that such a body, right? You don't need so much strength for using a laptop and doing normal stuff, isn't it? So those who go to the gym and all, they're always looking for a reason to fight. Somehow, some random thing happens. That's what road rage is all about, isn't it? So Lord Vishnu, he develops this greed. And to help him fulfill this greed, his own servants, Jai Vijay, appear as in 3 lifetimes, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, and Ravan and Kumbhakarna, and then eventually Kamsa and Dandavakra, Shishupal and Dandavakra, sorry, and then eventually as Jagai Madai. But when Lord Vishnu, he experiences the fulfillment of his greed, he becomes happy. So that greed of Vishnu is satisfied. Later on, when the same Lord Vishnu comes and appears as Narsingadev, he develops another type of greed. When Narsingadev kills Hiranyakashipu, the demigods, they get really scared of Narsingadev because he's so powerful, he's so intense, he's so angry. So the demigods, they realize that we can't handle him. They push Lakshmi Devi, saying that please, you go and take care of your husband. He's gone too crazy. Lakshmi Devi says, see, I don't even recognize him. He is not my husband only. I can't handle him, Lakshmi Devi gives up. She's not able to go to her husband. It's like the Ugra form, Sometimes it happens at home also, Suddenly you don't recognize the person. Who is this fellow, So then the demigods realize there's only one person who can handle. The person who brought him, let him only handle. They said, Prahlad Maharaj, you go, Baba, you only handle him. You only brought him here. So Prahlad goes very innocently to Narsingadev. And when Narsingadev sees Prahlad, he feels so much love and affection for him. So it is explained, Narsingadev's one eye is filled with anger. That anger has just not come down. And the other eye of Narsingadev is filled with love for Prahlad. I mean, you never experience that, right? Either both our eyes are angry or both our eyes are filled with love. One eye is angry and one eye is filled with love. So Narsingadev picks up Prahlad, puts him on his lap, and begins to lick Prahlad. And Prahlad is not at all scared. He feels so good sitting on his father's lap. He's looking at Narsingadev with so much love and affection. And Narsingadev is licking his Prahlad. Narsingadev starts thinking, Prahlad is so fortunate. He has got me to love him as a father, right? He was saying, but nobody is there to love me like him. So Narsingadev started developing greed after seeing Prahlad Maharaj. I also want a father. And therefore, after Narsingadev, all incarnations of the Lord always had a father and mother. Whether it's Krishna, Ram, Lord Chaitanya, Kalki, all of them have a father and mother. Because Narsingadev learnt it from there. So his greed got fulfilled. So when the same Narsingadev appears as Lord Ram, he develops another type of greed. So Lord Ram has, in fact, 2 greeds that he develops. So Lord Ram, he has friendship with Vibhishan, Sugriv, Guha, and so many people. He makes deep friendship with them. But Lord Ram, he's feeling a little disturbed by the kind of friendship that his friends, Sugriv, etc., are exhibiting towards him. There are 2 types of Sakyaras. There is something known as Sambrahma Sakya. And then there is something known as Vishramba Sakya. Sambrahma Sakya means friendship with awe and reverence. So when Vibhishan and Sugriv connect with Lord Ram as friends, Sugriv will never go and put his hand on Ram's shoulders. Sugriv will never go and pat Ram's back or say something informal to Ram. It's always under the purview of what is known as Maryada, right? Therefore, Ram is known as Maryada Purushottam. Ram, at some point, he gets very irritated with all the time Maryada, 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 you know. It happens, right? Sometimes you don't want so much respect. I mean, you see, every human being, or rather, all of us, we want at least some people in our life who don't respect us, who don't care so much about our greatness. They just want to have a sweet connection with you. So Lord Ram feels that what is this? They are always respecting me. I am done with this. He develops a greed of what is known as Vishramba Sakya. He wants friendship which is not filled with awe and reverence. Friends who don't think that he is God. And that greed of Lord Ram gets fulfilled when he becomes Krishna. And of course, Lord Ram, when Krishna appears in this world and he has friends, his friends don't care a damn for him. They don't think at all that he is God. In fact, whenever people have tried to tell his friends that Krishna is God, they have 100 different reasons to prove that he cannot be God. When Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, and all the Brajavasis were glorifying Krishna's power and all that, Madhumangal was saying, actually, it is my Brahma Tejas, because of which the Govardhan hill was floating. And Krishna only put his figure there and he took the credit for it, I mean, imagine. And then the Brajavasis is talking about all the demons that Krishna has defeated. Shridama and Subal, they tell, he may have defeated all those demons, but we have defeated him. So then we are stronger than him, So nobody is ready to admit that Krishna is more powerful than him and Krishna is God. That's known as Vishramba Sakya. And Lord Ram had a second desire. So throughout Lord Ram's life, he experienced a lot of Swakya ras, which means love in a formal marriage. But Lord Ram wanted to experience Parakya ras, love which is beyond formal rules and regulations. It happens, right, that you are all your life following rules and regulations, and then people go to Thailand. They want to break all rules and regulations. That is, of course, the perverted reflection of what thoughts are there in the spiritual world. Obviously, it's a material, mundane, and very, very perverted reflection of it. But that desire that I don't want to follow rules and regulations, I don't want to follow systems, where does it come from? It comes from Krishna only. Where the whole desire that I want to experience something that is different is known as Parakya. And what is the lowest in the material world is considered highest in the spiritual world. And what is the highest in the spiritual world is considered to be lowest in the material world. So Parakya ras is considered to be the highest in the spiritual world. Among all the rasas, there can't be something higher than Parakya. But when that same Parakya ras comes to the material world, it becomes the lowest. It's a completely inverted reflection of it, right? And so Ram gets the fulfillment of both his desires in Krishna Leela. And then Krishna, he develops three desires which are unfulfilled, or three greeds of his that is unfulfilled. See, the greed of the Lord is increasing one by one, Vishnu and Nrsimhadev had one greed, Ram had two greeds. Now Krishna has three greeds. So Krishna developed three greeds in himself. The first greed that Krishna had was, what is the love of Radha? And how can I relish her love? So he is able to see that Radha loves him, but he is not able to understand what that love feels like, what that love experience is like. So he develops this greed, I want to experience what Radha is experiencing at least once. That is the first greed that Krishna develops. So in his own body, in his own form, he cannot experience what Radha is experiencing. So in his life, in his incarnation, he cannot experience that. The second greed that Krishna has, he's thinking that I am beautiful. Everybody is attracted to my beauty. But what is it in me that people are so attracted by? I want to enjoy my own beauty. And somebody looks at themselves in the mirror. Kya sundarta hai, you know? Everybody interestingly feels they are only beautiful, isn't it? When they look at themselves in the mirror. Obviously, everybody, the whole world will vouch for it that you're ugly. But when you yourself look in the mirror, you are convinced that you are handsome or you are beautiful, isn't it? So Krishna, he was feeling, what is it in my beauty that these people are enjoying so much that they keep looking at me? Imagine, in Krishna's entire life, how many people would have stared at him? When he's walking, everybody is looking at him only. Not just human beings, even animals, even birds, even trees. When Krishna walks, the trees are moving their branches towards him. Imagine how much attraction is there, you know. And Krishna is always wondering, what is this going on? What is it in me that is so attractive? He wants to experience that. That is the second greed. And the third greed that Krishna has is, when Radharani serves me, she enjoys happiness. What is that pleasure that she enjoys? When somebody bakes a cake and they bake a delicious looking cake and bring it in front of you and keep, and they're serving it to you and you're eating, relishing that cake, and the person who has baked it, he's looking at you and smiling, and that person seems to be enjoying more than you. That's what Krishna experiences. Krishna is supposed to be the enjoyer, correct? Krishna is supposed to be the Bhoktaram, Yagyatapasam. He is the enjoyer. But he is seeing that Radharani is enjoying more than him. He is confused. He's thinking, what is it that she is enjoying? What is the happiness that she is getting seeing me happy? I want to experience that happiness. So these are the three greeds that Krishna has. And to fulfill these three greeds, Krishna has to take the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but Krishna come into this world for a very specific reason. And that's to enjoy the bliss of Radha's, these three things that Radha is enjoying. Now, we'll bring you from Lord Chaitanya to Jagannath. So Lord Chaitanya is the most merciful avatar. And Lord Jagannath is the most merciful deity. So to help us understand what this connection between Lord Chaitanya and Lord Jagannath is, I need to tell you all a story. A very beautiful and a very powerful story that helps us connect the principle of Ratha Yatra with Lord Krishna and his pastimes. One time, Lord Krishna was in Dwaraka and he was in great separation from the Vrajavasis. He was remembering the Vrajavasis a lot, especially Srimati Radharani. And in his great viraha, he fainted, became unconscious. So at that point, when Lord Krishna fainted, Uddhava was there, Balaram was there, and Narad Muni was there. They saw Krishna fainted, and they were talking among themselves, what do we do to revive him? We want to wake him up. What do we do? So then Narad Muni says, should I just sing a bhajan about Vrindavan? Should I just sing something on the glory of Vrindavan? Uddhava says, no. If you sing about Vrindavan, Krishna will get up and run away straight to Vrindavan. He will leave us in Dwarka. So then, Narad Muni is confused. He said, what should I do? So they start thinking. So Uddhava says, see, if we just allow Krishna to go to Vrindavan, something disastrous will happen. Not only will he leave us from Dwarka, but when he goes to Vrindavan, if he sees the condition of the Vrajavasis there in Vrindavan, he will die. Because the Vrajavasis are in a dire state. They are literally on the last stage of their life. If he sees the Vrajavasis in that state, he will not be able to hold his life. He will just give up his life and he will never come back from Vrindavan. We will lose Krishna forever. So Uddhava says it's not a good idea to wake up Krishna suddenly. So Narad Muni says, then what to do? Uddhava says, we must wake up Krishna, but after we go to Vrindavan and inform the Vrajavasis that Krishna is coming and make them ready for Krishna. So if the Vrajavasis are ready for Krishna, they are, conscious, they decorate themselves, they're happy, and then they see Krishna, Krishna will be happy, they will also be happy. And then Krishna will come back after some time. So Narad Muni says, okay, fine. But who will go to Vrindavan and, inform the Vrajavasis that Krishna is coming and wake them up and inspire them and all that? Narad Muni says, Uddhava, you should go. Uddhava says, not at all. I went once to Vrindavan and I messed it up totally. Instead of giving them, assurance, I made them more miserable. They have no faith in me at all. Because I told them that time also Krishna is coming. Krishna never came till now. So now, even if I tell them Krishna is coming, they will not believe me only. So Uddhava said, I definitely don't want to go. So Uddhava tells, actually Balaram should go. Because he is so close to the Vrajavasis. Balaram said, see, I went there and spent 2 months. But in spite of me spending 2 months, I could not convince them that Krishna is going to come. And more than that, even when I convinced them, Krishna never came. So now, if I go and tell them also, why will they believe me? I don't want to go. So then they were confused. Who is going to go now? At that point in time, Subhadra Maharani comes and she says, I will go. Usually, people believe in a woman's words more than believing in a man's words. So Subhadra says, there is a greater chance they will believe me than they believe, the three of you all. So she says, let me go. So she says, I'll hold the hand of Yashoda, I'll hold the hand of, the gopis there, and I'll convince them that Krishna is coming. And they will all be enthusiastic to receive Krishna. So Subhadra, she decides to go. And then immediately Balram gets a chariot ready for Subhadra. And Subhadra climbs the chariot. When Balram sees Subhadra leaving, he feels that, how can I send my sister alone? So he tells Narad Muni and Uddhava, I will also go along with her. And after we have gone, after some time, then you wake up Krishna. And you send him, in his chariot. So Balram gets on his own chariot. Subhadra gets on her own chariot. Balram's chariot goes ahead. And then Subhadra's chariot comes behind. And then Narad Muni, after a certain amount of time, he wakes up Krishna telling beautiful stories of Vrindavan. And when Narad Muni sings about Vrindavan and tells amazing things about Vrindavan, Krishna gets up. And when Krishna gets up, he is in a intoxicated state. Why? Because he has just heard something that is mesmerizing him. Vraj Katha mesmerizes Krishna himself. And Krishna becomes in such an intoxicated state that he doesn't come in a normal, condition. He is in a drunk condition. So when he's walking, he is, like literally hobbling, he's moving. You've seen Jagannath's Pahandi? So that Pahandi, when Jagannath was moving like that is Krishna going towards his chariot in a very drunk state. This is the result of prema. This is the result of, extreme level of affection. A person becomes intoxicated, basically. So Krishna, in that state of intoxication, Uddhava and Narad Muni are directing him towards his chariot. So Daruka is ready with the chariot over there, and Krishna climbs on the chariot. And then the chariot moves towards Vrindavan. Essentially, this Balaram, Krishna and Yashoda and Krishna moving towards Vrindavan, this is what it is. The whole chariot of coming from Dwaraka, Sri Mandir is supposed to represent Dwaraka. And Gundicha is supposed to represent Vrindavan. And this journey of the three chariots moving towards Gundicha is the journey of Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra moving towards Vrindavan. So Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra reach Vrindavan first. And they get off the chariots and go and inform all the Vrajavasis with a lot of love and affection that Krishna is coming, Krishna is coming. So everyone is really excited to receive Krishna. But unfortunately, by the time they reach there, Radharani is already fainted and she's unconscious. She's about to lose her body. She was like in so much of agony and pain that she is not able to, recollect her external form, and her life is just leaving her. So no matter how much they are trying to tell the Radharani that Krishna is coming, she's just not able to understand. And Radha is in a state of extreme viraha, separation. Tomorrow, or rather day after tomorrow, we are going to be discussing 10 types of separation, or rather 10 stages of separation. Viraha, separation, has many levels. And Radharani at this point in time, she's in the 10th stage of viraha, 10th stage of separation. You will understand it when I share with you all the 10 stages, which is mrityu. like last point. And at that point in time, everybody is trying to wake up Radharani, but nobody is able to manage it. And at that time, Krishna's chariot comes to Vrindavan. And when Krishna's chariot comes to Vrindavan, Krishna jumps off his chariot and he's running in great agony and in great, anxiety to meet Radha and to meet all the Vrajvasis. And then he gets to know that you are too late. Radharani is just leaving her body. She's just, practically no more. Krishna becomes unconscious in that pain, even in that thought. Krishna falls on the ground. But when he falls, he is little closer towards Radharani. And when Krishna falls on the ground, the fragrance of Krishna's body enters the nostrils of Radharani. And the moment the fragrance of Krishna's body enters the nostrils of Radharani, Radharani wakes up. And the first word she says is Krishna. Remember in her childhood in Raval, when she was just born, her eyes were closed and her ears were closed. She was deaf, dumb, and blind, literally. And then, Krishna's touch and Krishna's vision and Krishna's words, she woke up. In this story, she wakes up by Krishna's smell. The fragrance of Krishna wakes her up. And Krishna, the moment the fragrance of Krishna wakes her up, she runs towards Krishna and she touches Krishna. And the moment Radha touches Krishna, Krishna wakes up. And suddenly, when Krishna wakes up, he gets into the Tribhanga form. He stands in his threefold bending form, and Radha stands next to him. And the whole of Vrindavan comes back into its original state in which it was before Krishna leaves. And everyone stand around Radha and Krishna, and they are celebrating the festival of union again. And this is a inner mood of Ratha Yatra, where Radharani and all the gopis, they are trying to bring Krishna towards Vrindavan. Krishna is in Dwarka and is moving towards Vrindavan. So now, this whole mood of Vrindavan is illustrated through the life of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani herself. So she, the form and the complexion of Radha and the mood of Radha, but in the body of Krishna. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. One time, when Lord Krishna was in Vrindavan, his mother Yashoda, she puts him to sleep late in the night, and Krishna has gone to sleep. And the moment, Mother Yashoda is telling him beautiful stories, and after telling nice stories, she puts him to sleep. And after telling amazing stories, when Krishna goes to sleep, Yashoda is seeing Krishna has slept. She gets up and goes away, locking his room. As soon as Yashoda moves out of the room, Krishna gets up and he dresses himself. It's in the middle of the night, he dresses himself. There is a very special dress that Krishna wears in the night. If you are fortunate enough to be there when the Rath reaches, Sri Mandir on the 5th, hopefully it will reach on the 5th. That night, if the Rath is outside on the road in the middle of the night, at 11:45 you should go to have darshan. Between 11:45 to 12 in the night, every night, they offer a very special dress to Krishna. It is known as Bada Shringar Vesh. Every single day, this particular dress is offered to the Lord. At that time, 11:45 at night. And that is the time when Krishna is getting dressed to go and meet the gopis. That's why he loves that dress. That's his favorite dress. So Krishna gets up in the middle of the night after Yashoda is gone and he dresses himself up. He puts his flute inside his waist belt and he runs towards the forest. He somehow hides in the shadows of Nanda Bhavan so that nobody notices him and escapes into the forest. And in the meanwhile, Radharani, she has escaped from her home and she is running through the forest, and trying to reach a particular place where their meeting point is. And the particular place where their meeting point is, and today is known as Imli Tal. And Krishna reaches first. Radharani has to be more careful because, nobody should see her and all that. So she is really extremely careful in trying to come towards Krishna. Krishna already reached there. When he sees that Radha has still not come, he sits under a tree. And he's waiting for Radha to come. And as Krishna is waiting for Radha to come, he is in an extremely intense mood of separation from Radha, and he's trying to remember Radha so much. And in this mood of separation and in this intense memory of Srimati Radharani, Krishna closes his eyes and he begins to chant the name of Radha. Radha, 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 Radha. Constantly he's chanting the holy name of Radha. And as Krishna is chanting the holy name of Radha, Radharani is coming towards him, and Krishna here is chanting the holy name of Radha. At some point, Krishna becomes so absorbed in Radha Nam that it is explained, Krishna becomes Radha. And the entire Sham Varna, the black form of Krishna changes and he becomes a golden complexion. The entire color of Krishna's body changes and it becomes golden, molten golden in color. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. This is the whole thing, the mood of Radha and the complexion of Radha. Krishna's entire body changes and it becomes golden in color. He doesn't understand that his form has changed. He doesn't understand that his complexion has changed. He's just so absorbed in Radha Nam. And as he is absorbed in Radha Nam and his form has changed, at that time Radharani reaches there. And she's looking for Krishna. And she sees one golden boy sitting there. And she's thinking, have I reached the wrong place? Is this the wrong person? Where is Krishna? He doesn't seem to be there. Maybe he's gone somewhere else, seeing some other yogi sitting here. And then as she's about to leave, she hears Krishna's voice chanting her name, Radha, Radha, Radha. She immediately recognizes his voice. He said, this is Krishna's voice. Then she turns around and carefully looks. She sees the features of Shyam Sundar. The peacock feather is still there. The flute is still tucked, And this is Krishna only. And then she goes next to Krishna and stands next to him and calls him by the name that she loves calling him. She calls him as Sundar. It's one of the names Radharani calls Krishna by. Sundar, what has happened to you? Your color has become golden. And Krishna gets up. He says, oh, you are Radha? Then who am I? Krishna asks, Because he has gone so deep into Radha Nam and so deep into this meditation of Radha, he thinks he is only Radha. And he sees one Radha standing here. He's asking her, who are you? I am only Radha, And then she suddenly realizes that, he's Krishna. And then slowly his golden complexion starts coming back. And Radharani asks him, what was this color? What was this form? I've never seen you take such a form. I've never seen this kind of a form in my life. What is this? And Radharani says, your forms are always eternal. I'm sure there must be a secret to this. And then Lord Krishna says, this is my form as Gauranga. And I will come in Kali Yuga in your complexion, with your mood, and I will experience what you are experiencing today. And Radharani, when she hears the word Gauranga, she loves that word. She says, wow, what a name, Gauranga. Such a beautiful name this is. I love this name of yours. Radharani is telling Krishna. And Krishna tells her, this is not my name. This is our name. Gauranga is not just Krishna. It is Radha and Krishna. So whenever we chant the name Gauranga, we're actually chanting Radha and Krishna's name. So let us all intensely chant out Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. So Radha and Krishna together come as Gauranga. But this whole mood of Gauranga is connected with Jagannath. You know why? Because who is Lord Jagannath? Lord Jagannath is Krishna in separation from Radha. And who is Gauranga? Gauranga is Radha in separation from Krishna. So imagine here, when Krishna is in separation from Radha, he is called as Jagannath. And when Radha is in separation from Krishna, she is called as Gauranga. So now imagine what an amazing experience this is. So Krishna is separation from Radharani. He is an intense separation from Radha. So when he gets to see Radha, when he gets to experience Radha, when he gets to feel or connect with Radha or any of the Vrajvasis, Krishna's eyes becomes big. His hands go in. his smile becomes big. So if you actually see in Jagannath, when you go, today you'll find in Gundicha, you can't see anything but the eyes and lips of Jagannath. Only the smile of Jagannath and the eyes of Jagannath are so huge. Why? Jagannath is specifically in that particular form where the eyes are searching for Radha. Such big eyes. He's searching for Radha. He's searching for the Vrajavasis. He's searching for the gopis. That's why his eyes are so big. Wherever he is, he can see. Such big eyes he has. And why he has a smile? Why he has a lip? Why he has only a mouth? You can't see practically any other part of his body, any other limb you can't see. Why that mouth is so important and significant? Because he is speaking constantly, trying to ask everyone, have you seen a Vrajavasi? Have you seen a Vrajavasi? He's constantly in this mood of looking for Vrajavasis. He's constantly in this mood of trying to talk with people who have seen Vrajavasis. See, so that's the mood of Jagannath. So it's Krishna who is searching for Radha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha who is searching for Krishna. And Ratha Yatra is a time when both of them come in front of each other. And when both of them come in front of each other, there's an explosion. That explosion of ecstasy is Ratha Yatra. They see each other, they just go completely mad. They go completely crazy. That's why the highest levels of ecstasy, the highest levels of spiritual madness is experienced in Ratha Yatra by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because this mood is so powerful. Therefore, it is said that whenever we go to meet Lord Jagannath, we have to remember a couple of things. One is Lord Jagannath is constantly searching for Vrajavasis. If you want to be noticed by Jagannath, go with a Vrajavasi. The high probability that Jagannath will see you. So you just go with the Vrajavasi. He will notice the Vrajavasi for sure. And by next to that Vrajavasi, you are standing, he will surely notice you. And when we go in front of Jagannath, we have to remember one thing. So when we go in front of Jagannath, it is not about us seeing him. It is about him seeing us. Wherever he is, even if he's 1 kilometer away, if you can see the eyes of Lord Jagannath, you should know he's looking at you. As simple as that. So don't be in a state of panic. I'm not able to see him. Here we are not come to see him. Here we are come to be seen by him. So the mood in Jagannath Puri is not that we are coming to see the darshan of the Lord. Because if you look at the Lord, his form only is not a form that is like a Tribhanga form or anything like that, right? The only thing that you can actually see and the only thing that you will see is his eyes. And the eyes of Lord Jagannath are not missable at all. You cannot miss it. You cannot miss the eyes of Lord Jagannath. And even if you're not able to see Jagannath completely, don't worry. If you see the eyes of Lord Jagannath, you should know Jagannath is watching you. And Jagannath has put some additional eye on top also, Sudarshan Chakra. So if you can't see Jagannath's eyes also, the Sudarshan Chakra is like the TV antenna. From there, he's looking at everybody, practically. So Lord Jagannath is in this mood of wanting to see his devotees. Therefore, we find all of the deities of the Lord, most deities of Krishna, you find, they have eyelids. Jagannath is the only deity that doesn't have eyelids. Why do you think Jagannath does not have eyelids? He has purposely removed those eyelids. Why? He doesn't want even to miss a single devotee for a single second. He does it. So he has gone against the laws of Brahma. He has gone against all the laws of the world, so that he is constantly watching his devotees. So he's constantly looking at his devotees. And that's what we are all here for, to be seen by him. So if you go to Jagannath, and if you feel Jagannath is not looking at me, there's a very simple way of bribing Lord Jagannath. You simply tell him, my dear Lord, next time I come, I'll bring a Vrajavasi along with me. That's all. You tell him that, then he cannot say no to you. Because he loves the Vrajavasi so much. Right? So you saw when Krishna sat on the Rath, how intensely he wanted to reach Vrindavan. How intensely he wanted to reach the Vrajavasis. That's his eagerness. And that form is Jagannath. The eagerness to be with Vrajavasis, the eagerness to see a Vrajavasi, the eagerness to connect with Vrajavasis. Just tell him, Next time I'll get a Brajvasi. That's all. Whatever desire you have, he will fulfill immediately. Because that's the way to, you know, uh, touch his heart. That's like the, you know, the softest part of his corner of his heart. Lord Jagannath is very, very merciful uh, in his uh, in his uh, in his heart. And the reason Lord Jagannath is so merciful in his heart is because he's experiencing great pain of separation. And because he is experiencing that pain, he can understand our pain. You know, we all have pain for stupid things in this world, isn't it? Somebody has lost a job, heart is in pain. Somebody has lost a, you know, some relationship, the heart is in pain. Somebody has lost money, the heart is in pain. Our hearts are in pain for some stupid things. But when we go to the Lord with that pain, He understands our pain because He also is in pain. He is also in great amount of pain. So when we go to the Lord, we should know that He is Jagannath. The word Jagannath means two things. The first meaning of the word Jagannath is He is the Nath of the whole world. He is the husband or He is the master of everyone in this world, of the Jagat. Jagannath. And the second meaning of the word Jagannath is that He, in the word Jagannath comes the word Anna, right? Jaga, Anna, Nath. So Jagannath means He is the one who provides Anna for the whole world. So if you see here, there is no limit of food. There is no shortage of Anna ever in Jagannath Puri. Many people ask me, वहाँ पे प्रसाद का क्या अवस्था है? यहाँ पे प्रसाद ही प्रसाद है. Every nook and corner is unlimited prasad. You will see today evening in an Anand Bazaar, hundreds of people are eating, and there doesn't seem to be any shortage only. They will always give you full plate of prasad. There is nothing like drone and all here. Unlimited quantity of prasad. This is Jagannath. He is the. So if anyone feels that I don't have a master, I don't have someone who is giving me shelter, you remember Jagannath is there, and in fact. Jagannath, he feels very bad if somebody says, I don't have anybody. He says, I am there. That's the whole mood of Jagannath. He is always there for his devotees. So the one form of the Lord that is always going to be there for his devotees, that's Jagannath. Because he's in this mood of connecting with the Vrajavasis, in the mood of meeting Srimati Radharani. In fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is our great Acharya, he says something amazing. He says that many people want to go to Vrindavan, or to go to Radha Kund, go to Govardhan to perform sadhana, perform japa, chant their rounds and remain there in Vrindavan, or they want to die in Vrindavan, all of these moods are there. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I have gone to all the holy places in the, which are very, very important holy places. But according to me, the most important place that I want to go to and I want to die, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, is Kurukshetra. So, some devotee asked him, why Kurukshetra of all places? Why are you saying that Kurukshetra you want to die? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says something fantastic. You know what he says? He tells, Kurukshetra is the place where Srimati Radharani, she is experiencing great pain in her heart. Why is Radha experiencing great pain in her heart in Kurukshetra? Because she is in a very odd state. The queens of Dwarka are there. The princes, all the wives of Krishna are there. The royalty is there. So much of opulence of Krishna is there around. And Radharani is feeling out of place. So she wants Krishna. She wants to spend private time with Krishna. She wants to take Krishna to Vrindavan. Because she's feeling very awkward there. Govardhan is not there. Yamuna is not there. Her cows are not there. All her favorite people are not there. So she's feeling very much alone there in Kurukshetra. But she somehow wants to take Krishna with her. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in Kurukshetra, her need is the greatest. In Vrindavan, in Govardhan, in Radhakund and all, she doesn't have so much need because she has so many people there. But in Kurukshetra, she's alone. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I want to be there to serve Radharani there. Because where there is greatest need, service is appreciated the most. So in one sense, where we are right now, this whole Ratha Yatra atmosphere, Jagannath Puri transforms into Kurukshetra actually. And this whole path between the two places, Dwaraka and Gundicha, this pathway is actually Kurukshetra. Because the pastime where Radharani takes Krishna from Dwaraka to Vrindavan, or rather, through the medium of Kurukshetra, is this whole, the path that we are going to be on. So practically on the 5th, when the Rath Yatra is going to happen, we are going to be in that road only. That whole road represents Kurukshetra basically. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if I ever want to leave my body, I want to leave my body in Kurukshetra. So a lot of people, unknowingly, they're doing that only, getting stuck in stampedes and all that. They don't even understand what they're doing spiritually. Most of them don't even understand what is happening to them, because 90% of people who come to Jagannath Puri, they have no idea what they're experiencing. They have no idea why to pull the cart. They have no idea what Rath Yatra is. They have no idea who Jagannath is. All of you are so fortunate that before getting darshan of Jagannath, we have got to understand at least the mood behind Jagannath, and at least understand the little context of why this Jagannath Rath Yatra is so important and why this whole Dham of Puri is so important. So it is explained that Puri Dham is such a powerful place that anyone who simply breathes here, is performing Ashwamedha Yajna. So simply by breathing in Jagannath Puri, you are performing Ashwamedha Yajna. Simply by sleeping in Jagannath Puri, you are performing yogic samadhi. So if you do nothing else but go to sleep in Jagannath Puri, it is as good as performing yogic samadhi. Now imagine what a place this is. This is the most powerful place in the universe. He explained to me this is supposed to be the hub of the universe. So tomorrow morning, we will see, hear some very beautiful stories about all these 3 places that we're going to be visiting, 3-4 places. But in addition to that, I'm going to be telling you all a little understanding of what Rath Yatra is. Today I wanted to cover that, but somehow, by the time I began to get into the mood, we already at 6 o'clock. We're supposed to leave for Gundicha by 5:30 or something. So we will continue tomorrow morning at I think 7 o'clock. Yeah, so we will have Mangalarti first. Please look at the announcements in the group. Tomorrow morning we'll have Mangalarti, and then after that we will go for Alarnath, Sakshi Gopal, and Lingaraj Darshan. So make sure that you reach on time, whatever is announced now, so that we can get the best benefit. So we began today almost 45 minutes late because by the time all of you all came and settled down, it became a little late. So tomorrow we'll just try to see we can be right on time in our schedule so that we can get maximum benefit of all the holy places. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath.